Hello, how is everyone doing today? I go by Fiadh. I'm an energy and spirit worker, Reiki master, healing arts practitioner. And today what I wanted to offer was a distance, intuitive energy medicine session, a spirit medicine session, channeling the most loving and compassionate energies from the other world for greatest and highest good. And I don't think we have a theme for tonight. I wanted this to be a very intuitive session. I'm specifically called in and channeled my guides and my most benevolent, loving, spiritual guides and allies and all those who I have a relationship with. And I just wanted to go with the flow, see where this path, this energy healing takes us for greatest healing good for each of us personally and individually. So with that being said, please settle down and relax. My original plan was to continue the energy center balancing sessions, but that one didn't feel right tonight. There was more of a following the inspiration, not trying to lead the way type of vibe. Hopefully that makes sense. Just moving through the aura now, or at least that's the plan. I have a little bit of bergamot. Connecting to my own heart space to help better support this channel. Feeling a lot of restlessness. Worry, fatigue. Stress being held in the body and in the heart. A lot of emotional stress. Feeling down into the solar plexus. More anxiety. of nervous tension that is affecting the digestive system. Feeling like you can't trust your gut. I just felt like feeling like a phony. I'd like just felt the imposter syndrome. Like I was copying someone. Or just not feeling like yourself. So you're taking on other identities, other people's identities to try and feel more like yourself. Not always consciously, and this might not be like a real thing that is even happening, just a fear of that. You know, where you ever get that feeling where your brain is convinced that you're making something up? Even if there's no logical reason for it, it's like, well, I'm just doing this because other people are doing it, even though I wanted to do it and no one else is actually doing it. But in my brain, I'm copying someone. Or it's like that fear where you're manipulating someone even though you're not consciously manipulating someone. That kind of feeling. That like little niggle in the brain that's saying anxiety, thought, worry. Purring down into the sacral, further into the abdomen. Feeling this in my back a little bit more, my shoulders. Right, there's a lot of like harshness, like a lot of like browbeating yourself, and this is what I'm getting because as I'm going through this, my brain keeps popping up with these thoughts that they're like beating myself up basically. Which I wasn't feeling that way before I started channeling. I was a little bit sad, but not being relentlessly critical of myself. So that's something we might be working on. The self-shame, that self-anxiety, those narratives we tell ourselves. And we're kind of being mean to ourselves. We're being way too harsh on ourselves. Trying to be perfect. Just using the selenite to sweep off I'm going to focus specifically on really channeling this energy of like loving compassion. Something very soft, very nourishing. Focusing on my own grounding as you focus on yours. Feeling your feet or your body connecting to the earth underneath you, and specifically drawing up energy. Asking very humbly for the healing of the earth, of the land below our feet, to help support us, to nourish us. To keep us connected and present in the here and now. To help nourish your body. I'm feeling the sensation of low blood sugar. So this is your reminder if you need to eat. Supporting you over your head with this celestite. You need to rest your eyes. You don't have to look at the screen to receive energy. The video and the camera are ways for me to connect and to focus intention. It's not like a one-to-one. I'm channeling healing energy and it's going through the screen and you're getting it. It's all around us all the time. This just operates as a kind of intentional tool, to put it in the best way I know how right now. Of course, operating out of your own free will. If you're ever uncomfortable or you need a break, or something I say doesn't resonate, through. Feeling a lot of heat in the head and in the shoulders. Like a coiled spring. Or you know when you pull back a rubber band and it's really tight and it's holding that tension, you're just waiting to release it and connecting. Imagining my hands on either side of your neck, just very gently, not like choking you or anything, not gripping your neck too hard. Just very lightly placing them on either side of your neck. You don't have to chase any sensation. I don't know if I can use this metaphor because it's not suitable for a lot of guidelines. They're very, however, I'm going to use it anyway because I'm not into shaming normal bodily functions. So I'm getting that sensation of almost when you're in the moment and you're trying to, once again, this is for adults only. You're trying to reach completion with it that way. And it's not going to work if you're putting pressure on it. It's when things start stalling out, when there is added tension. So I guess the nicest way to put this, or the most ad-friendly way to put this is, if you're trying to find some sort of energetic sensation, or a breakthrough, or some sort of spiritual knowledge, or a solution, if you are trying way too hard to do it, it's creating its own block. Sometimes you just have to relax and just let it be what it is. And I know that's difficult. For some people, and by some people I mean a lot of people, because I think a lot of us have at least a little bit of control freak tendencies. Or you're like chasing something. But there's power in just letting it happen. Whatever it may be. I think of it almost as like when I'm receiving a session, like an energy work session, and I'm getting like really tight, intense, and feeling all of the sensations very intensely. And there's a lot of discomfort, and I know that means that there's going to be like some sort of moving through a major block. I can't chase the release. I can't chase the sensation of relaxing. I just have to like lean into the discomfort and the tension for a while. That makes sense. I don't know what's coming through so strongly. Why not? This little piece of rough howlite. I realized that I've collected by mistake so many pieces of howlite, and then I lose them every so often, and they pop back up in my life. Kind of moving through and combing through the body, the more physical body, the earthy, grounding areas. Soothing tension, bringing in a sense of rest. Just feeling into any heaviness, especially in the hips, the sacrum. Feeling in the tailbone. Helping support the release of any criticism, again, self-criticism, or any of those external comments, phrases that you took to heart a little bit. Feeling this in the throat, especially. Any of those comments that have started defining the story you tell about yourself, the narrative of your own life, where it may have started becoming unknowingly dictated by someone else, even if it's like something so small. Sometimes people don't realize what they're saying, and we just it hits us somewhere. Maybe being able to recognize what that comment is, where it came from, and how it's not necessarily a reflection of your true value. Could either be a projection that someone else said, or just something really silly that does not matter. I think a lot of us say accidentally things that we don't mean to be malicious or to cause damage, but most people just don't think that hard about others all the time, 24/7. Sometimes we're just accidentally going to say something. And also releasing times that you may have been that person. Having compassion for the self, for unknowingly causing a little bit of harm. I mean, still taking accountability for it, but recognizing where you can learn from things without going down a shame spiral. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope this session served you well in some way. I'm sending you all my best wishes. I know I've been having trouble articulating or gathering my thoughts and communicating them, so hopefully this was fine. Channel messages hopefully came through not too chaotically, but I'm not going to explain more than that or apologize too much. Just want to say I appreciate all of you for being here. If you want to keep up with my other videos, you can subscribe, hit the notification button. But either way, sending you all my best wishes. Have a good one.